Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing time-lapse, motion-lapse, and hyperlapse. Wait, didn't we already do that? We did, but we didn't do it with the Zhiyun Smooth 4 and the iPhone 11. So we're going to look at those three actions and lapses again, but with this setup, and there's an issue with the hyperlapse that we'll get into later on. But for now, let's check out this time-lapse. With the app open, I move the camera to the position that I want it to start the time lapse. Once you've done that, you hit menu and that'll bring your pop-up. Then you simply scroll along to camera, hit the center wheel and scroll along to whatever you want. There you got multi-exposure, long exposure, slow motion. We want time lapse. Hit it. I tend to set 3 seconds for 30 minutes. Creates a 20-second clip. Scroll down to the bottom. Start will light up and then you just simply hit start. And your recording is now going. There's your time lapse and we sit and wait for 30 minutes. Oh my God, that time lapse was amazing. The clouds were just phenomenal when I went down there that day. So I was really pleased and I just absolutely love that time lapse. Now, I just set up right after that and did a motion lapse. And I moved from the point of the river to the bridge and I did the motion through there. So I still got some fairly dramatic sky. And check out the light rays that start showing up in this motion lapse. So let's check it out. All right, with the app open, you hit the menu on the control stick, hit camera, and that'll bring up your camera settings, and we're going to scroll all the way along to motion lapse. Once you click on motion lapse, it'll bring up this little pop-up for you to set your waypoints. So you move the actual camera head to the position you want and hit the center button. Now you can see there, I accidentally added an extra waypoint, which I'll show you how to delete in a minute. So you've set your start point. You move the gimbal head to your next point and then you hit the button in the center of the wheel to set the point. Now I've got 3 points and realized, oh, I made a mistake. I need to get rid of that B one. I also have to get rid of the first one I just did, the C. So I'm going to delete that just by clicking on it and it'll bring that pop up and then same button to delete it. And there's both points gone. I have my start position. I remove the gimbal head to my finish position. Hit the little wheel and I've got my position there. Then the gimbal head will slide back a bit and then you simply scroll down through that menu. I don't adjust anything there. Hit next and then you set your interval. I typically, for these type scenarios, set for 3 seconds for 30 minutes. It gives me about 20 seconds of video. And hit start. The camera will move to its start position. See, returning to starting point, and it'll then start to record. Check out this motion lapse. Oh, I absolutely love those motion lapses. I love the way it just kind of smoothly glides right across and the sky and everything. That just worked out perfect. So that was very cool. Now, let's talk about hyperlapse and the issue with the hyperlapse. There's no real issue with the hyperlapse. The Zhiyun Smooth 4 and the ZY Play app does not have the word hyperlapse in it. So there's not a setting you can go to it. So you basically just do normal video and you track the item and then you speed it up in post. The problem with this is the tracking. The tracking is terrible on this. Even from the day I got it, it was very slow. If you moved fast, it lost the item right away, even if it was big in the screen. But if you try and get something a little smaller and you think you've locked on, you haven't, and it'll go all over the place. I've tried multiple times to try and do the hyperlapse like I had done with the DJI Small Pocket, where I could kind of pan back onto the subject that I tracked, and it just was not playing. I was taking whole buildings in the tracking, and it would still lose it, even though there was nothing got in the way of the track. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has had that issue. I've got the latest firmware. I believe I'm 1.77 is the firmware on my gimbal. But yeah, the tracking is horrendous on there. If I'm shooting, you know, the screen area is this big, and my subject is that big, you simply draw a box around it and you get a yellow box. Then you will see the camera move like it's got it, and if you move slowly with the gimbal, you can see, yes, it is tracking the item. But if that item moves fast, it'll lose it, and it guaranteed it won't re-grab that item again. If you're trying to do something smaller in a scene, won't do it. The other day I was down and we have a monument in this park area that's kind of got like a sidewalk all the way around it with hedges circling and then the monument in the middle, and it would be really cool. So I tracked onto the monument and tried walking around it. I didn't even get a full rotation before the tracking went from a small box like this for some reason to a large box, and then was no longer tracking anything. And I tried multiple times, multiple attempts, multiple ways. So definitely a huge issue with tracking, and I know it's been an ongoing issue. I don't know if they're ever going to correct it. I don't know. But anyways, so what I did is I did just a walk with the video. I did try locking onto the bridge, and it said it was tracking the bridge. I know once trees got in the way, then that was gone, but initially supposedly it was tracking the bridge. So I just kind of did a walkthrough, and this was about kind of the best hyperlapse I could get with it. It's still very cool, so let's have a look at it. There you go. Timelapse, Motionlapse, Hyperlapse with the Zhiyun Smooth 4 and the iPhone 11. I do love the setup. Other than that tracking issue, the setup works great, and I'm so happy with the iPhone 11 that it can handle all the mixed lighting. And I'm just using the Play app that comes with the Zhiyun. You can use Filmic Pro with it, but I don't. I just use what came with it, and I'm really pleased with the results. It's a great setup to work with. It's a good system to vlog with. Yeah, on the whole, 2 thumbs up for that setup, and I love doing the lapses. Those are very cool. All right, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. So, until the next time.